for sure.
I wouldn't have known that.
I'm
reference.
such a geek.
I wouldn't have known that.
Well,
reference.
because what if he would just meant space cookies, like cookies that were like
I think
in the
meant
shape
planets,
of
like planets and
or
like stars.
rocket ships, maybe. That'd
Right.
be cute. You know, it'd
That'd be
cute.
very cute.
You know, it'd be cute. Weed cookies that were shaped like spaceships and planets.
Yeah, that's what I assumed you meant.
Oh. No, I just didn't know what they meant at all. Like
I didn't either, but then
So
when you pointed out their weed, I still pictured a weed cookie shaped like
a
Saturn.
oh my god, so cute.
Very cute.
Okay, that's gonna be one of the things in our empire.
Anyway, I have a
What were we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about orgasms. No, you were gonna talk about something else.
we are going to talk about orgasms,
Okay,
but later.
later. Okay, what are we gonna talk about?
The thing that we need to talk about is where Jed and I are going to go on vacation because
Yeah.
I think in like 3 days we have to book in order to not to lose his airline credit.
Yeah, April 24th.
Yeah,
I know
so-
this deadline. How come you don't know this deadline?
Well, I
Come
was
on
trying
now.
not to use dates.
Oh. Beep. That's what's going on. In a few days. 3 days. You have 3 days to decide where we're going.
Yeah, 3 days to decide where we're going. So my top three:
Greece. That is my
Greece,
dream.
Portugal, and Hawaii.
Okay, those are like all the places that
Right.
I feel are perfect.
So,
His are Greece also.
but he keeps looking at a bunch of different places because he's the kind of person that likes to he says part of vacation like is like planning. That's part of the
That's a
process
pleasure
that's
for him.
really
Yeah.
pleasurable.
So you know what? He is actually like what? he is literally that Aziz Ansari episode of Master of None. I mean, they're all Aziz Ansari. Fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That episode of Master of None where they're like they Yelp all the taco places and then they take like so long to Yelp find the best taco place.
Did I tell you what we
that
did
when
on
they-
Sunday?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no, I think you did. Well, anyway, we'll get to that. But it takes them so long to Yelp the taco place that when they get to the taco place, it's closed.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, whatever. Anyway, that's Jed.
Yes.
He is right now, he's Yelping taco places in the format of looking at places to go
Yeah.
for vacation.
So he was on Airbnb. I mean, he was looking.
I mean,
at,
what's
like,
going to happen? You guys go to Portugal and or pick Portugal. And then he's like, oh my God, FOMO. Like all my friends are going to Stockholm. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's the place to be. So, okay. I told him, or he said, I don't care where we go as long as it's warm and we're near the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have to be near the beach the entire trip. Although, luckily, he agrees with me that he'd rather go somewhere and stay than like a week or more of like hopping around, like city to city. So, we both wanted to just get an Airbnb for like a week or two and stay where we are. He was like, oh, what about Iceland though? Maybe Iceland's cool. And like, look, I know everybody's going to Iceland. I'm not taking anything away from Iceland. But this is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
The ocean and the warmth, there's nothing better. So I think he's leaning toward Greece, which is nice.
Okay, so
But
I'm
kind
gonna
of
be
want Hawaii.
so jelly about Greece though, because Greece is some place I've really always wanted to go, and like on those like
That's all I want to do is
photos
sit
that
on
you
like
see,
the cliff and the white.
yeah, the cliffs
Yeah.
and like all those beautiful little colored houses that are all like studded into the cliffside and the way the ocean looks. It's just like that looks like the most fucking beautiful place ever. Also, it looked really fun in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Well,
Have you
that's
seen that?
not, of course I didn't see that.
Come on. Acting like you're too cool for school. You know what? I actually saw Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Actually, I don't know if it was, I think it was Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 2.
Do you know how little I care about this?
No, shut up. That I saw it in the theater with my friend Allison, who legit wept in the theater. And I was like, I didn't know how to react. I wasn't sure what was happening. I wasn't sure if she was reacting to the movie or like was having like a personal crisis because it was
It's
so
like that stupid story that woman in class told 2 weeks ago.
Yes, I know. I'm repeating that stupid story. Oh my god, no! It was unfathomable to me that someone could cry as Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. So I thought that maybe she was going through it, you know. But anyway, okay.
I
Moving
have
on.
no idea what this is. What that's
It
about.
doesn't matter. So Greece.
So I think, okay, I think my number one is Hawaii actually, but you know, close second is Greece
Okay.
and Portugal. But Portugal is really cheap, which is really nice. Like
Portugal,
the Airbnbs
is
are like
amazing.
$20 a night,
It is amazing. It is that is,
and they
an
have beautiful
amazing place
beaches
to
in the
visit.
south
They
too.
have beautiful beaches, which I have been to. Lisbon is the coolest city. It's so
yeah, but
cool.
it's supposed to be like a little like grungy.
It is. It's a little. I mean, it's exact. But wait.
Yeah, that no,
Oh, you mean in
that's
a positive.
in a positive way.
Yeah, like it's like it has like kind of that Berlin kind of feel where it's a little rough around the edges in places, but like in a really good way.
Right.
And it's very easy to get around. Everybody's really nice. The food is amazing.
All right.
It's beautiful. I have to show you some of my pictures from the trip. I mean, this was like 2008, so almost 10 years ago.
Yeah,
because we're old.
We're old.
But so awesome, and also the music. Okay,
So that sounds like a fun thing because like Hawaii and Greece, you're not. Well, I don't know about Greece. Probably
I don't
not
really
in
know.
Greece.
I don't know, but I think you get a little bit of everything. I think maybe this is something that you would not really get in Hawaii, for instance, is the history stuff, which I think you really get off on.
Yeah.
Like, I took a tour. I actually signed up to do like a tour bus thing or a walking
You know
tour.
how I
A
love
walking
these.
tour. Well, it was a walking tour, and I actually really love walking tours, as it turns out. So
I love organized tours.
it's so great. And this was like when you told, or I think it was you told me, or somebody told me, like when you go to Italy or when you go to Rome.
When I went to the Vatican,
Yeah,
I did
get
like
the-
a
get the tour.
it. If you're gonna go to a tourist attraction, just go
get the
ahead
tour.
and get the tour because they do it right.
Right. Who am I to like think that I can like do a self-guided
Yeah, I'm
tour
gonna
of the
like buy a
Vatican?
fucking
I
book
don't
and I'm
know
gonna
it,
like read the shit.
I don't want to
No,
read.
no,
I just want somebody to tell me what to look at
Right.
and tell me what's awesome, and that was the best tip ever.
Right.
Was getting that tour at the Vatican, because first of all we get to skip the line, and like I would have gotten lost in that museum.
You get
first of all.
overwhelmed. There are like
Too much
thousands of
stuff,
ancient
and
antiquities.
everything's pretty, and then you get like fatigue
Right.
in an hour. So she was like, okay, we're going through this museum, we're only going to go to like 2 rooms because there's too much other shit to see. If you want to come back after the tour and like take your time, go through the whole damn thing, like be my guest.
Right.
But I'm going to show you what
Mine
we
was too.
Yeah, I'm
She was
gonna show you what
like,
to see.
look at this thing, don't look at that thing.
Yeah, walk past us. She's like, don't get distracted in this hallway. Keep up with me. We're gonna keep walking. Like, so I really appreciated that. So walking tour, Portugal. So cool, so much history, and like the thing that I was really blown away by was the churches there, and I love churches.
Well, churches in Europe, I mean.
Churches in Europe generally, but I think I've told you the story before, but like one of the most beautiful churches I have seen, and I spent a week in Rome last fall, like which is like
Like you do.
and there's churches like on like a million. My mom wanted to go to every single damn church we saw, put money in their donation, like totally Hindu style, like wanted to like go pray in every church. That's such a mom thing to do. Anyway, but in Portugal, the most beautiful church I've maybe ever seen, it was in Lisbon, and it's like it was a church that caught on fire at some point in the history, long time ago. The interior is completely burned out, and they never redid it.
I feel like I've heard of this.
Yeah, but it's still standing, and it's still a functional church. And you go in there, and like I'm, that I don't like. I feel uncomfortable saying shit like this, but like you can feel the presence of God in that space. It is
Beautiful.
profound and beautiful, and like the fact that they still do service every week there is like, and like so you can still see the frescoes that are like half eaten away by fire. Oh my God, it was like I had
Like profound.
yes, and it was like this like sort of like the prevailing of the human spirit and like of faith and what hope and all these things. I'm like, I don't know, it really got me. I felt like moved.
This was in Lisbon.
This was in Lisbon. And and I like really got into. I love like musical tourism, so really got into fado music while there, and you can still, and it's still such a thriving like scene. There's still modern artists that are making that music.
I love that music.
Yeah, and we went to the neighborhood where you go see. It's touristy. It's a little touristy.
Sure.
But we went and saw.
Europe is touristy.
We saw a show, and the music is so beautiful. It's like, and all those songs of that musical style seem to all be sad. They're kind of like all like lay bare your soul or whatever, but really, really, really beautiful. And the voice. I mean, that's I think what you would like about it too. Is like the voices. It's like it's all about the voice and all about the vocal performance.
So basically, we couldn't go wrong, is what I'm hearing, between Greece.
Yeah. So
and
Greece, I've
Hawaii
never
and
been.
Portugal.
Maui, I went to Maui
Right?
in
I
college.
know.
It was a great and that, but see, you don't get as much. You don't get like the history stuff there, but the natural beauty, like you can't fucking beat
Look,
it. It's so beautiful.
In wintertime, early spring, the only thing I really care about right now, and thinking about booking something into the future, is just something warm and on the beach.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, I hear you on that.
So
I mean, Hawaii, you really can't go wrong with Hawaii.
I've never been.
I mean, I would love to go again. That it was fucking awesome. Seriously, that trip was one where I started out the trip by crying in the Chicago airport, wandering
Because you
around.
couldn't get there.
Yeah, I actually lost 2 or 3 days off of that trip. It was
Ugh.
initially supposed to be like 9 days of spring break with my sister, like in college, and there was like all these snowstorms, and then I got to Chicago, and then they were like, oh, the next flight to Hawaii is tomorrow.
Right.
You're gonna have to sleep in the Chicago airport, because they were like, of course they're not gonna like give me a hotel, because
No.
like they're all fucking assholes, and so I was like wandering around nowhere.
Because you have no money.
I have no money. I can't. I'm definitely sleeping in the airport. I'm literally wandering around like a lost ghost, like
Yeah.
weeping in the Chicago airport, and I did not give a fuck. Like I was like, whatever
mean, yeah.
at that point, and I must have looked so insane that like I was approached by somebody, like an airline person, that helped me, and I actually did get out. Like they did something weird. They like routed me through,
Denver.
yeah, something weird, and I was able to get there. I didn't have to spend the night there, but that was like the only time where I've ever cried and gotten something from it. Like, because they often like people.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of my friends, especially like lady tears, like they can get a lot like, oh, like I like got out of
that puppy
the
dog
speeding
face.
ticket or like a fight or whatever.
Mhm.
But that has never worked for me. That's the only time that tears have gotten me what I wanted.
Got you to Hawaii.
Got me
So we'll see. We'll see what we book. We have 3 days, and I'm letting him just. I mean, obviously.
Well,
it's just-
does he have anything else on the shore? So he said Iceland, but that's like you just vetoed that.
I
'Cause
said,
no beach.
Well, then he was like, there's an island close to Ibiza. Well, I don't know.
Took a pill in Ibiza.
I took a piece in Ibiza. I rewrote that too. I took a piece of your pizza.
Oh, I love that. That's
I know, it's
brilliant.
good, right?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Should we have pizza for Drag Race?
See, I just infiltrated.
I know.
your
Oh my
mind.
god, you did Inception. Mike Posner Inception.
Took a piece of your
By the way,
pizza.
he sounds like the worst ever. Did I send you that podcast
Yeah,
that I was
yeah.
like transfixed
Yeah.
by? Anyway,
So that's that.
no, is that? Because okay, so my dream destinations in my life.
Bora Bora. That's mine.
You
One of
just
them.
wanted to say that.
No, I really. I want to live on a villa over the water.
Where is Bora Bora?
I don't know.
You don't even know.
It's
You
somewhere
don't
in
even
the
know.
South Pacific, maybe.
Oh, Bali High. Okay, so Greece. I would love to go to Greece.
Mhm.
I really, 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 really want to go to Angkor Wat in Cambodia and Thailand.
I think I knew that.
And
Oh, Jed also wants to go to India, and I told him that I want to go to India, but only with
me.
yes.
Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. Well, we were talking about travel destinations this morning. Johnny
Who?
and I.
Oh, Johnny.
So he was showing me some of his videos from when he went to New Zealand in
Oh, I love to go to
January?
New Zealand.
oh my god. So and that's now on my list, even though it wasn't before.
Do you know how many times I've had to look up where New Zealand is because I always forget? A few times.
Okay.
I mean, I know like generally where it is, but then I'm like, oh, it's an island.
Look,
or
don't
is it not
allow
an
me to
island?
judge you, the person who learned that Delaware was not a New England state when I was 19 years old and
That's
going to
something that
college in
comes
New
in
England.
and out of my country. I mean, I don't know.
Have
Delaware
you ever
is,
met a
isn't it?
person from Delaware? Okay, I mean, I know
What about New Hampshire?
supposedly Joe Biden is from Delaware. That's the only person I've ever heard of being from
I mean, that's
Delaware.
what they say.
That's what they say. I think Delaware is a conspiracy of cartographers. But no, I have met people. I've been to New Hampshire. I've set foot on New Hampshire soil. But
You've been to Delaware too.
have I?
You probably drove through
I've probably
it.
driven through it. But have I though?
Well,
Does it
actually, I'm not
exist?
sure. I've driven through it.
I don't think it's real. I just don't. Anyway, I'm not going to judge you on your geographical knowledge. It's all the fault of my fourth
But
grade
New
teacher.
Zealand does look beautiful.
In New Zealand, oh my god, stunning, stunning, stunning lake, and it has everything. It has I totally went into Stefan mode. It has everything. It has like, I mean, the beaches are beautiful, the
Yeah.
mountains are beautiful. It has rainforest, which is like really awesome. It has rainforest in the way that like the Pacific Northwest has rainforest and like waterfalls.
Well,
So
add that to the list.
so that's on the list.
So we'll see. We have a few days to book, and I'm just gonna let Jed decide.
Or like, is South America off the table?
No, but if so, we're thinking about going in the fall though.
Oh,
And if we go in the fall, it'll be cooler, I think. I'll have to look up the weather.
yeah, I think
because
you'll-
I'm not gonna go to Argentina.
I think you're
and
gonna
it
want to
be
go
like
at December
60
in
degrees.
December or something if you want it to want to go to.
I just refuse to get on a plane and travel somewhere that I'll have to take a coat with me.
Oh yeah, fuck
Is that,
that.
like, unreasonable?
No,
Right. Okay.
I don't.
I mean, I know you would agree.
I don't want to travel like anywhere in my
Yeah,
neighborhood
no.
and have to take a jacket.
No,
Like,
I'm pissed off right now.
I'm pissed off
and it's
right
like 60
now.
degrees outside.
Why? What is this world? It's because we
Well,
had that one summer day, like early summer day last week, and now it's like,
Yeah. This is
What is this
why
shit?
this is why early spring warm summer days are. It's a double-edged sword. You enjoy the day, but then you're pissed off for the
gives
next
you a
2 weeks
taste
that you're in
of
like
what
the
you
mid
can't
50s.
have.
But speaking of travel,
Tell me.
I've been getting a letter from American Airlines for the past couple months that I have miles that are about to expire.
Okay.
I don't know where these miles came from because I'm not a credit card person. Like, I don't play the game of like building points and using
Some
them.
people are very good at that
Yeah.
game, and I'm
Well,
fascinated by it.
I'm not. But I had some points to spend. So then I went on the American Airlines website and I thought, okay, then I'll book like a flight home to Asheville or to the beach or like see what I can get. Well, with the amount of points I had, I couldn't get anything. I could like fly to Atlantic City.
Okay.
So the other option,
Which, is kind of hilarious, and I kind of wish you had done
Yeah.
that just to do it.
so the other option is to like purchase like magazines. So you can order magazines.
Okay.
So I went back and forth for a couple weeks. Like, do I really want to order magazines? I feel like that's like the cheap way to get out of this. They want me to order the magazines because it saves them money.
Right, because it costs them $0.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, and so then I went on to see if I could buy more points in order to make it like worthwhile. But then the points were so expensive. It was like a flight home was going to be $900 if I bought points. But you can't pay for a flight half in points and half in dollars. You have to pay for it all in points. All of this is to say that I decided that there was no other option than to order magazines. So I went online because you
Can't
could do it
wait
online
to hear what you now
order
subscribe
magazines.
to.
And here is me thinking
Gun
that they're
and
going to.
Garden.
Well, I was like, oh, I'll just choose one magazine, like a National Geographic. Well, first of all, they don't have National Geographic as an option. Second of all, I have enough points to order like 10 magazines. So the selection is like strange. There are like 3 golf magazines.
Sports Illustrated.
Florida Business Magazine,
Okay, so
which is random.
what did you
Sports
choose?
Illustrated. Okay. So I went.
First of all, I actually really like reading Sports Illustrated at the gym when I go. Like, they don't have it at, obviously, New York gyms don't have magazines, but
Right.
when I visit my parents, their gym has like magazines that you can read on the treadmill. Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, it's
is
not
the
bad.
best. Yeah.
My brother got a.
Anyway, so what did you choose? What did you choose?
I'm trying to look it up here to see if I have it. So I went back and forth for a while because, sure, something free is nice, but then all of that has to come into my house and like sit on my coffee table, and you know what I mean,
And not be taken out by your roommates.
and not be recycled and all that shit. But finally, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. So the first thing I did was scan through all of these travel magazines. So I selected every travel magazine. So I'm gonna get Coastal Living.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm gonna get 10 issues of Coastal
Bougie
Living,
bitch over here.
11 issues of Condé Nast Traveler,
Okay.
12 issues of Sunset, which is a magazine I've never heard of, and 12 issues of Travel and Leisure. So I'm covered on travel because basically I just want to flip through them and like look at the fancy hotels I never go to.
Aspirational.
And then I still had
Wait, how many is that? That's 5 already? 4? I fell asleep.
4.
Four.
So I ordered 4 travel magazines.
Okay.
then I still had some points left.
Oh
so,
my God.
So these are what I decided on. I got a combo pack, which I'm now regretting. 52 issues of Time magazine, which I know I will never
you're
read.
never going to read that.
And 20 issues of Fortune magazine. Right.
Who do you think you are?
I don't know. Well, I felt like I had to balance it out because I got Southern Living.
Oh, I'm very supportive of
Which
that.
is a great magazine, let me tell you.
Yeah, tell
They
me.
have good recipes.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like their Southern design. It makes me feel like I'm back in the South in like a
Aw.
good way. And also my grandmother and uncle used to both get Southern Living, and then they would call each other on the phone and talk about it when I was growing up. So it was very sweet.
That is adorable.
And then finally, I got Essence magazine because, frankly, I want to know what Essence magazine talks about. It's for the strong black woman, it said, and so I ordered it.
I want to say so many things about
This
that.
is what I thought. I was like, if the magazine makes any money, I might as well order it to support them. Like, I know I'm not their readership specifically.
Oh my! First of all, you are their readership.
I sort of feel like I am.
I know. We're not allowed to say stuff like that, but like, if anybody I know is like a strong black woman, it's either you or Jason. But this is a moment where you are your mother, and you're like, I just want to show support to my strong black sisters, and you know, I'm
Everyone
with you.
should do their part. You know, if I have those points, and
You know
let's
what?
say
The resistance will be fought in very small and like, you know, seemingly trivial battlegrounds.
which you know what my mom did yesterday when I spoke to her on the phone. She went off at her gym in Asheville because they don't have televisions on the treadmills like we do in like 21st century gyms.
Sure.
They just
I
have,
don't like the television.
I don't
signals,
either.
by the way.
And
never
I
choose
actually
those.
go down the row and turn off all the TVs at the gym
Oh, it's so annoying.
because even if I'm running on one treadmill,
you
and
have
I
like
can
Good
see
Morning
CNN,
America,
yeah,
like on no.
So I
thank
turn them
you.
all off.
Yeah.
Well, they just have TVs on the wall, so you can't choose what you're watching. You just have to watch. And they have
that at our gym too, actually.
right. They do.
Except it's 100% always on ESPN.
Yes. Well, it's on CNN sometimes.
Oh, really? In the free weight section?
No.
Okay,
No,
but
in the free weight section, it's always
100%
ESPN.
ESPN.
Yeah.
Which I feel like they feel like those like dudes in the compression tights. Which, by the way, we'll get to
All right,
that.
we gotta get that's a different topic.
Okay. No, because I went to the Crunch at 38th Street in Midtown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I had
It's
never noticed
epidemic.
this. I had never
It's an
noticed this.
epidemic.
You mentioned it to me and I was like, I don't know about this. And first of all, the Crunch at 38th Street, I guess it's like all the Hell's Kitchen queens or whatever, but like it's all dudes, zero women.
Really,
Zero women.
Tribeca location is fantastic. By
Zero
the way.
women. Okay. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good one. And compression tights
Everybody-
as far
everyone
as
is
the eye can see.
squeezed as tight as they can
They are
be.
squeezed. And okay. Dare we talk about it now or what?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that my mom filed an official complaint that they had that they were showing Fox News on all of the monitors, except for one, which they were showing CNN, but they would only show CNN for 30 seconds, and then they would flip to an infomercial of some kind.
I feel like that's cultural programming. They're trying to make you associate CNN with something that's like stupid and annoying and like worthless.
So she went to the desk and filed a complaint, and she said that women come into this gym too, and people of color come into this gym, and you
they
need
don't
to be
wanna
more
watch.
thoughtful
Yeah.
about what you have on the screen. And so I was laughing at her because I know the person she was like, and I asked this woman, how long have you been working here? And she said it was my first day. And it was like, it was her first day, and you went
no.
in on her about.
Poor Charlene. She's like, I just need to make it through this 8 hours.
My
Get
mom was
that
like, I know
paycheck.
that she's across town right now, probably telling her family what I said at dinner. Like, you can't
my
believe this
first
crazy
day.
bitch. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what they're saying.
Rhonda is out there in the trenches,
She's
Fighting the good
fighting
fight.
the good fight.
fighting the good fight, and I respect that every day. Do you remember this was on Momcation where she told the story about how, or maybe she just told me. She told me some
Probably.
story about like I don't know about that
While
there was
stroking your
some
brown skin and telling you
yes.
how beautiful you are.
yeah. There was some like black girl child that she saw somewhere. And she was saying something about how like, and she said it in like the most like in a completely not offensive way whatsoever. I'm probably gonna paraphrase it in a way that sounds offensive, but she was saying something about how she like was like complimenting this kid, and she always feels like she really wants to make especially sure to compliment like black girls on their hair.
She's big on
and their
women.
skin. Well, women, but
general.
especially because she's like, I feel like, you know, in general, society is going to tell them a lot of things about their hair and their appearance or whatever. So like, I feel like, you know, I feel like it's an easy thing for me to when I know, like when I notice somebody's beauty, especially to call it out if it's someone who has, you know, beautiful darker skin or like, you know, natural hair, whatever, all these things, which is like the fucking cutest thing for like a white lady from the South to say, like, so sweet. And then immediately saw it in action when it was when we went to that fancy
bar.
No, the fancy restaurant, the Sandpiper.
Yes.
Outer Banks, and then our hostess was a black woman,
and
then it like immediately like we were like talking about that, and then like probably like, you know, 15 minutes later,
she's like, "You're so beautiful."
She's like, can I just tell you something? You are beautiful. And the woman was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's my life.
Your mother is wonderful.
Anyway, so compression pants.
Compression tights. Oh my God. So I didn't believe you that this was a thing that men were doing.
They're doing it. They're doing it full force.
Full force.
They're doing it. They're still. It's. I've gone to the gym recently when it's 70 degrees outside, and there were guys in.
It is not a climate thing. These are people who are coming to the gym in their suits
and changing
into tights.
In a climate controlled gym.
Exactly. And putting their like baggy ass basketball short knee
on
length on top. Yes. So there's the two different, like there's the knee length, like the cropped compression pants, and I've seen the full length ones.
The full length
I
one.
saw like a whole spectrum of compression tights at the gym this weekend in Midtown. And and I went to the one at 34th on the east side. It was 34th and
like
Second Avenue. Oh my God!
A bunch of bros
all wearing compression tights.
So
I wanted.
You know why?
Why?
Because they want to look slimmer, and they think it's kind of fun to wear tight pants because
they don't play enough with
this is like that. This is I draw sort of a parallel between like. Have you heard this like research about how women, especially young women, when it comes to language, are people who advance language changes over time, but they
drive the advancement.
They drive it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They drive the change. So like young women, like, you know, the kind of speech that we use, the kind of patterns we use, emanate from young women.
Which I think is so interesting, by the way.
And I think men are jelly of these leggings, and they would never admit that, but like
they want a piece of that legging action.
Yeah, they want some compression. They think their butt looks good. They think their package looks good. They think
but they're wearing shorts over top
I know,
of
okay,
it.
So, because they're also
they can't really let it out.
We're not there yet.
So there's fear,
and it's
the basketball shorts represent fear.
Yes,
and the tights represent femininity and liberation and those things. Okay. So that's interesting.
Just under
I thought where you were going to go with this is that you were like going to come out very like anti compression tights. Well, I'm not really hearing that from you right now.
I think they're stupid, and that like, you know, portly guys who like barely go to the gym wear them as if like, well, because I asked Jed like, what are these things for? Well, you know, they can improve performance is what he said. He doesn't even wear them. Jed doesn't really wear them.
Is that true though? I don't think that's true. How does it improve performance? What is that like? How?
I think it's akin to like any sort of compression sock, like a compression sock.
Does that improve performance? It helps your circulation.
It helps your circulation or something, or maybe it keeps joints. It's kind of like who do we know?
Stabilizes your joints or something or whatever. Like a compression sock, like that a nurse wears. That's to keep the blood from pooling in her feet if you're standing up for 18 hours. Like.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like it's a little much. But I also I was thinking about this because I thought that you were going to come down very negatively on the compression tights. So I was prepared to give a little defense of the compression tights.
I can come down negatively.
No. I mean, whatever. We can both be pro.
I mean, I come down negatively. If you're going to wear a compression tight, I want you to not wear a pant on top of it. Because
if you're going to like show off your cute butt and your like package, like just do it.
Just do it.
Do it. Yeah, no, so I was looking around and I was like having a moment and I was like, oh, these compression tights, what the fuck? But then I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I'm wearing leggings. Why do I wear leggings to the gym? Because I think it like holds straps in all my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never wear gym shorts to the gym.
Do you have gym shorts?
I do.
Oh.
I sure do. I don't wear them. I don't wear them in public. I don't wear them to the gym because I feel like, I don't know, it's a aesthetics thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I also feel like it. You know, all my shit doesn't rub together. My legs, you know, my thighs are kept separate from one another.
Okay. Yeah. No.
They're
that's-
contained. You know, so I feel like why can't a man also experience that? Because I like in those loose ass gym shorts, like you could get some
no.
chafing.
Look, I think basketball shorts are terrible.
They're terrible.
And like always, like basketball players shouldn't wear basketball shorts. It doesn't even make sense because there's so much material. I don't understand how that's like how they're mobile. So I think I agree with you. I think compression pants are great. I mean, I think you and I agree that nudity is the best.
The best. Oh,
So
for sure. It's truly how we were meant to be.
Yeah.
And how we were meant to be seen.
I mean, maybe not at the gym, only because there are like weird positions you can get into, and maybe
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I don't want to like
someone's
see up your
asshole.
asshole, but I do. I mean,
I mean,
in
in my own time,
Depends, yeah,
yeah.
like, you know, buy me a drink. But I do feel that generally nudity is
Right.
best.
well,
I wouldn't be nude at the gym either, though.
no. But also, okay, speaking of the gym, I have another.
Okay, tell me.
Sorry. But let's take a break for a second. But I just want to talk about my feelings about the steam room and the sauna in the gym.
I feel like you may have a different perspective on this as a man, so I'm curious to know what it is.
Yeah, so I'll tell you.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And I noticed that you really politely did not respond
I just think it's a
to
good
my
title.
email about.
Face for radio.
Oh, that's a great title. No, you politely did not respond to my email about the photo that you chose for the website
I
splash
know.
page.
It's funny.
You don't. I mean, you cannot disagree with what I said, though.
I didn't notice it.
No.
I
Well,
didn't notice that you were fatter then.
yeah, but that's because you're sweet.
I mean, I knew you were fatter then. Let me be clear.
That's what I'm saying.
You were fatter.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
It's not like
But I don't think the picture,
displays them.
as much as, I mean, obviously, if you picture yourself, you notice more.
Usually I don't, but to me that one is like really a
Hmm.
before and after disaster. Anyway, okay. Steam rooms. Tell me about steam rooms.
Steamer. Okay, so I went to the Crunch Tribeca for the first time this week, which is a great gym. 3 floors, just a lot more
Fancy.
room.
Rich
It's like
people.
laid out. Yeah, it's just laid out better. The locker rooms are like 4 times bigger than the other Crunches.
Same with the one on 34th, actually.
Really, the one
said
on 19th is
It's like a spa locker room. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you know how like in our home crunch, and which is, you know, a little jankier, you can only get towels outside the locker room.
yes.
Because they want to discourage you from using too many towels, I
Right.
think is what it is. They want to shame you. If you're going to be one of those people who takes 4 towels, you're going to have to do it in full
I don't think
sight.
I think they don't want you to steal the towels.
What's to prevent you from stealing the towels once you take them out of the thing?
I know. I mean, I don't know. So
Anyway.
you might be right.
So But this one, it's like there's like a zillion towels that are all in the locker room,
Mm,
which I think is like kind of seems a little more luxurious.
right.
And like everything, the decor is all very luxurious. Anyway, so you went to the steam room, or no, you didn't go.
I didn't go to the steam room, but so they have a sauna and a steam room, which the Crunch location that we use doesn't have.
I do not
It just
rightly
has a
know
sauna.
the difference.
Sauna's the dry one, steam room.
Oh,
is
okay,
the
wait,
wet
gotcha.
one. Anyway, I don't really use either of them in gyms, just because I'm trying to get in and out. But I do like a good steam room because it's what
No, nothing.
in and out. Was that a bad choice of words?
No.
Oh.
It's just wet and dry and in and out and sorry.
All those things. I do like a good steam room because it just feels good to like breathe in
Steam.
the steam.
As a vocalist. No, I agree.
So as everyone knows, it's common knowledge that things go down in a steam room and saunas in gyms across the country, around the world. Especially
time honored tradition.
Especially on the male side. I can't speak to the female side.
I don't think there's much diddling that goes on in
Okay.
like a lady steam.
Well,
I don't. I don't
well,
know.
there's like so there's.
But yeah, no, I know where you're going.
There's a lot of like flashing and jacking off or like some sort of
Voyeuristic
Yeah.
things.
So and I didn't see any of this happening. But I did see quite a few men coming in and out of the steam room that seemed to come back into the locker room and then go back into the steam room. And I just didn't understand why they had to come in and out so many times, because the positioning of the steam room and
You're
the positioning
really Chris
of their lockers.
Collinsworthing yourself a lot right now. That's fine.
So, long story short, it got me thinking about oftentimes people complain about what's happening in the steam room in a gym on the inside, like, oh, like gay guys are like making it like uncomfortable or making whatever. To which I say, I understand.
If you can't take the heat, get out of the steam room.
But I is it so bad to have some sort of like unwritten rule, like after 9 p.m. in a steam room,
Cum City.
Yeah, like that's just what's gonna happen. And people are like, well, I pay just as much money as anyone else, and I should be able to use it during normal business hours. But I say, Mr. White Man, you get every other privilege in the world, Mr. Straight White Man.
Let us have
Let
our
some faggot
cum
be
room.
able to like just like just for a couple hours from 9 to 11. And that's all I'll say about that.
I just think that like you're dreaming small. You're like, let us have this small thing. Let us have the world.
Yes, but I think it starts with steam rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, you get them comfortable with the steam room idea. We're already getting straight men into compression pants. They're going to be in corsets in 2020. They're going to be like waist trainers for men.
Waist trainers. I think that probably already exists.
I'm sure it exists. There's going to be heels because like short men wear heels, but then they disguise it.
Yeah, lifts.
Yeah, there's going to be like full on heels like there were in like the 15th century or
I love
16th
it.
century or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So all of this is to say my position on the steam room in the gym is like, let people live.
This is another front line of our fight collectively as
The steam room.
progressives. The steam rooms.
Just like, don't go in there. I know that's like people, I pay for it, whatever. Like,
Yeah. Fuck off. Enjoy your
enjoy your privilege.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is like I was gonna say enjoy your like 23 more cents on the dollar, but that's the feminist thing. Sorry, I got
that
it
doesn't
mixed
work
up.
for this.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to make it work.
That's all I have to say about the steam room.
Okay, great.
I think that's all. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back to the Tribeca gym. I'll go in the steam room.
Have you ever been in a steam room at the gym?
I like Spa Castle.
Oh, it's Spa Castle, sure, but at the gym.
I went to a friend's gym. I went to Jen's gym a couple weeks ago, and I went into Jed and I went to the steam room.
Oh, very nice.
But that gym is in Midtown West. But like
It's in Hell's
Kitchen. And it was mostly like, and by mostly I mean exclusively
Like office
men
people?
of like 50
Really?
or older. Yeah. Because it's like
Oh, because it's kind of like a luxury gym or what?
It's like a gym inside a luxury building.
Okay. That makes sense.
So
So it's the unspoken rule in that scenario.
not even a
then
luxury
that
building.
case
A
is
luxury
like
building in like 1990.
that all the gays are going to whatever Crunch, or they're going to
Yeah, well, there's no David Barton, so I don't know where they go.
Yeah. No, I think they go to Crunch. I mean, I like based on my
That's true. Yeah.
experience. Our friend has a gym crush, meaning somebody who works at the gym who has a crush on him.
That worked out for me.
Oh yes, I know it worked out for you. Good for you.
I'm just saying he should.
I know. No. But the guy is employed by Crunch, and Jason says he goes in there. The guy gives him. He's like, look, I've been a gay man for a long time on this earth. I know when I'm getting the up and down, like the full body scan thing. This is what this guy is giving me every time I'm in the gym.
And he has a crush on him?
No, the guy, like this guy clearly has a crush on
Jason doesn't feel anything any kind of way.
Well, he's cute. I've seen the guy actually because I've been to this gym. I haven't been with Jason, but I've seen the guy. But Jason also showed me the guy's Instagram because, of course, in this day and age, we can do that.
People, yeah.
So this guy is ostensibly straight.
No.
He has a girlfriend. His girlfriend is all up on the Instagram page.
Jason hasn't flirted with the guy. Just
he has looked back. He has said that I kept getting the eye from him. So I was like, okay, boo, you want to play? So he made eye contact back, and it was like real intense, unbroken eye contact, and he was like really giving it to him, and that's I think as far as it's gone. I don't know that they've talked or not, but I really feel like this is a guy. So the funniest part was that right around New Year's, Jason texts me and he goes, "Oh, it's the weirdest thing. I keep going back to the gym, and this guy, Gym Crush guy, like he hasn't been, like he just stopped. He hasn't been looking at me anymore."
Oh no, he's moved on.
No, so this is what I said. I said, "Look, Jason, I see what this is. It's that this guy made a New Year's resolution. He's going to
be straighter,
quash his urges, and he's going to try to,
redirect himself,
sweep it under the rug, really commit himself to being in the closet and living his life with his girlfriend." And I was like,
he needs to get out of.
I was like, listen to me.
The Hell's Kitchen Crunch.
You. I know.
Transfer.
Request an Upper East
That
Side
must
transfer.
be so painful for him. It's just like one beautiful gay man after another.
Maybe he's like a Christian, like one of those people who they really believe in
some sort of immersion thing. Oh,
yeah, and they're he wants to punish himself. So I don't know. We're getting really taking a deep dive on the psychology of the stranger. No, but I don't know what his deal is. So I said, look, I was like, I will take a bet with you. Wait till mid-February. He's gonna fall off the wagon. Guess what happened? The week after Valentine's Day, Jason texted me and he goes,
got the look.
I got the look. What? It's really nice to know that people with latent gay tendencies who
are so predictable.
No. They're susceptible to the same things that we all are in terms of New Year's resolutions. Falling off the wagon.
6 weeks later.
By 6 weeks later, like clockwork, that bitch was back at it.
So it's been a couple months since then, and there's been no activity. I think Jason should go full in for the flirt.
You think you should talk to him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too.
Or is that disrespectful or something?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the etiquette is around these things.
Knowing that he has a girlfriend.
Yeah, but he only knows he has a girlfriend because he stalked him.
Yeah, but he still knows it.
He knows it. Yeah. So what do you is it immoral to do that once you know you have that knowledge?
Yeah, maybe it is.
I don't know. My
because
friends
at the end, what would Jason want to get out of it anyway? Either validation.
We kind of disagree a little bit on this about cheating.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think cheating is the worst offense, and I think it's terrible. But I do feel that when you're a single person, and then there's a coupled person, the person who's cheating, it's their sole responsibility. You as a single person are not cheating. We've had this conversation. You've
Yeah.
disagreed with me on this in the past. That if you're the single person and you know this person to be married or coupled or whatever, then you bear a equal
Some
moral
sort
share.
of responsibility.
Some sort of, maybe not equal, but a responsibility. I don't know that I agree with that.
All right. But if you were having a relationship with a man and you knew that you were the other woman or the other person,
I think
you would feel guilt free.
I don't know. Well, that's an interesting question. No, so I don't know that I would feel. I don't know if guilt is the primary emotion, though. For me, the primary emotion would be jealousy.
Even if you were the other woman,
Yeah.
you would be jealous of the relationship that he had with his partner.
Yes. I would.
All right.
That's how it is.
All right.